Okay, I'm here to see Ghost in the Shell. I was planning on seeing Boss Baby, so this is very different to that. So let's see how it looks through a Christian lens.
Wow.
Ghost in the Shell is very different to Boss Baby. It's a story about a person whose brain is inserted into a robotic body, whose soul, or ghost, is put into a synthetic body, or shell, and then she's used as a weapon against terrorism. Let's first look at the morality in this film, and then the meaning. Morality, then meaning. Within morality, we're looking at motifs, then motivation. So Major is a professional justice keeper. She was built to fight terrorism. A couple of times in the dialogue, she repeats the phrase innocent lives, as she wants to protect innocent lives and kill those who take innocent lives. This is the foundation of the violence in the film. Violence is either evil or justified as protection, and there's a lot of violence. The other motif she repeats is, I am Major, and I give my consent. Here we see freedom and authority over oneself as being right. To take away someone's consent is to violate their rights. The last motif to touch on is the phrase, what you do defines you. This brings it back to right and wrong. You're either a good person or a bad person based on your actions. This level of morality is an important foundation in the Christian faith. Sin is doing the wrong thing, motivated by a lack of love of God in our hearts. When we become Christian and have our hearts transformed, we can't go back to the old way of doing things because we love our God more. So it's important to establish that right and wrong matters. Doing the right thing doesn't save us, but it still matters. We don't want to be a dog going back to our vomit after all. But even in this black and white morality setting, motivation matters. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but it affirms the truth that the love of money is a root of all kinds of evils, and devaluing human life is a crime. The entire setting devalues human life in the form of prostitution. There's a bunch of sexual imagery in the film, but in the cut that the UAE government allows in their cinemas, there's nothing explicit at all. And most importantly, these sexual images are never seen of as a good thing, or even a desirable thing. They're put up by companies to exploit the masses. Like a lot of sci-fi films, it's the establishment that is not necessarily trustworthy right from the start, and this corruption is seen as a worse thing than the terrorists' evil. Using the guise of goodness to conceal evil is worse than being plain old evil, especially in a position of authority. This is an affirmation of biblical truth too, if we remember Jesus' big speech to the Pharisees, referencing Isaiah 10 and Jeremiah 23. The biggest corrupt decision actually came from beyond the fourth wall, in the real world. It would be remiss of me to neglect to speak of the controversy of the whitewashed cast. To be fair, it's a Hollywood interpretation of a Japanese story, so there's no obligation to cast Asian actors, especially since the setting is more sci-fi than real. At least in the film, anyway. But the command to love thy neighbor still stands, especially as we are all made in God's image and have equal worth and dignity. But the producers put money above respect, which is in opposition to the theme of the film of putting people and valuing humanity over money. Casting a Caucasian lead actor does work in the world of the film, especially in regards to the theme. It just puts the producers of the film in the same role as the bad guys in the film. However, the government within the film turns out not to be the bad guys. This affirms the instruction to be subject to your masters with all respect and to be submissive to rulers and authorities. You'll have to watch the movie to see how it plays out, but it is highly satisfying for these truths to be affirmed. So having touched on the morality of the film and how it's in line with the morality of the scriptures, I can say this is a healthy film for a Christian to watch.
But I'm missing something. Oh yeah! What is Ghost in the Shell trying to say?
Anyone in Major's position would wonder what it means to be human. As Christians, we should have a good understanding of what it means to be human. We are God's creation, made in His image to love and serve Him as He serves us in creating us and giving us all good things. But we innately desire evil due to our own fault. God redeemed us from the punishment of evil by taking the punishment himself. He was able to be a just sacrifice by becoming human while remaining fully God to live a perfect life. Now that we're redeemed, we can rejoin our Maker in our original purpose, to be in a loving relationship with Him and be perfectly human. That's the Christian understanding of humanity, and without getting into any spoilers, I can say that Ghost in the Shell touches on this understanding. How does it do that? What Ghost in the Shell is trying to say is that being human means knowing your Creator. Hear me out. What does she have at the end that she lacks at the start? She learns the truth. You could stop there and to say that to be fully human is to truly understand the complete truth, something which is only found in God, but there is something deeper. What truth does she learn? What does she discover?
I'll find out who I was.
She discovers where she comes from. What she has at the end is a knowledge of and current real connection to where the human brain part of her came from, where her soul comes from. We have an innate desire to know our Creator. In Jesus, we are given true eternal family, connection to where we came from. More than this, God has blessed us with fellowship with other believers so that we can experience God's loving family here on earth. So Ghost in the Shell has a great Christian takeaway, that we are human if we condemn lawlessness, do not prioritize money in our lives, but rather community and family, and we are human because of who we come from.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a like, maybe share it with someone that you think will enjoy it, and comment down below what you thought, any thoughts that you had from Ghost in the Shell, or Christian thoughts or secular thoughts on any topic I brought up. Also, you can subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed already. There are more of this sort of video coming out soon. Depends on when I go to the cinema. In the meantime, you can watch another video by clicking the screen. You can also check out this week's shout out, Vivacious Hannah. I've had a cool conversation with her on her channel. She makes really cool Christian vlogs, so go check out her channel and subscribe to her if you're not already. And that's all from me. Have a great rest of your day. God bless.